A young man, 8 years younger than me, fell in love with me. He is 26, a musician, handsome, smart, cheerful, and I am 34, divorced, have a son and daughter, whom I am raising alone because my ex-husband has abandoned them. There are problems with money, the apartment is small, the children are problematic. Nothing special. It's just that my daughter has poor health, she often gets sick, and my son has behavioral problems, hence the problems at school. I am a frequent guest there. We go to a psychologist. The guy writes to me, asks me out on dates, but I can't even go. In the summer, I sent the children to camp, counting on 3 weeks of peace and quiet. But my daughter got sick at the camp, and my son fought. I took them back after half a shift, but I had 10 days of happiness, when I lived without the burden of problems and everyday life. With the guy, we walked, had fun, lay around, watched movies, went to concerts, rollerbladed. I felt alive. There is no talk of a permanent relationship that is cohabitation. We simply do not have enough space in our apartment, and my son once saw a young man and took him with hostility. The guy lives with his mother, and even if he lived alone, he does not need 2 children. I have no one to help. My ex-husband is busy with entertainment and his personal life. He has a new woman. Giving him the children is not an option. He does not need them. He cannot even help with everyday things. For example, go to a meeting at school or take the children to tests. Only I do everything. There are grandparents, but they are elderly. They cannot cope with children. They can sit for a couple of hours, but then they will drive you crazy how disobedient the children are. They cannot sit still in one place. They complain that the blood pressure has risen because of the children. I apologize for another week for daring to send my grandchildren to them. I miss the ease so much. This guy just brought me back to youth and carelessness. I understand that I am responsible for the children and my life, and that if the guy were a real man and loved me, he would accept the children, establish contact with them, help me. But he doesn't need this, I understand too. But we don't have the time or opportunity to see each other often. On weekdays, there is school and everyday life. On weekends, there are also everyday chores. There is no one to leave the children with. Although they are relatively grown up, 7 and 9 years old, it is unrealistic to leave them alone. Not to mention at night. I live and life passes me by.